Hello, welcome to my very first video tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make a flower using the Creative Expressions Floral embossing folder. What I've done is I've run some white card through the Grand Caliber with the Floral embossing folder, and I've inked up 4 of the flowers and cut them out, and I've actually put a little bit of ink on the other side too. And for this one I've used Aged Mahogany, which is one of my favourite colour distress inks at the moment. Okay, to start with, we're going to just create our base layer. So all I'm going to do, first of all, is just to fold the petals into each other. So you can't fold it in half like in a 6-petal flower. We're dealing with a 5-petal flower, so I'm just folding and pinching the petal up to the one next to it, and making a little crease with my nail. Okay, that's all done. Then I'm going to use my poker tool and just do a little bit of curling on each one, so that it gives the flower a little bit of interest. And that's it, that's all I'm going to do with that base layer. So I'm going to put that to one side, that's all done. Then with my next one, I'm just going to cut down to the centre, make a slit. That's all I'm doing with that one for now. Put that to one side. My next one, I'm going to cut down to the centre and then cut a petal out. So it's like the old Trivial Pursuit. Cut a piece of pie out. So that's that one. Oops, sorry. Then I'm going to, on the next one, cut down to the centre again. This time I'm going to cut 2 petals, so 2 pieces of pie out of my flower, and so I'm left with that. Okay, now let's start putting this together. So I'm going to take the one where I just cut a slit, and I'm going to fold, like we did on the base layer. I'm going to fold it 1 petal up to the petal next to it, and it's a lot easier now that we've got our slit in place. And final one there. And then again, using my poker tool, just going to put a little bit of fold to it. You can make these folds go deeper if, when you're cutting out your flowers, you actually cut further into the petal, so you cut more to the centre, and just means that you can fold it in a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my Cosmic Shimmer Glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue just on a section next to the slit. Glue fell over. And then just wrap my piece over and let it sit on top, and then put that to one side. That's a 4, I call 4 piece. Then my one that's had 1 piece of pie cut out of it, again we're going to fold up to the next one, and then the final one there. Those are all my folds, and then with my poker tool roll the petals down a wee bit. Next one, Cosmic Shimmer Glue on to the one next to the fold, fold the other side over onto the top of it, and don't worry about any glue oozing out, it will dry clear. And so that's, got glue all over my fingers now, that's a 3 piece. Then the piece that's got 2, guess what we're going to do? We're going to fold again up to the centre, and then this piece over there. A little bit of curling again, lots of repetition. You have to get quicker as you're doing these. But it does mean that you can create a flower to match in with your project, because you can ink up the flowers with any dye-based ink. So whether you use the Eco Green, the Distress inks, the Adirondacks, the Mementos, any of the inks, you can matching your flower, and of course you can dye your ribbons as well to match as well with your dye ink. So that's what that piece looks like, and we'll fiddle with that when it's a bit drier. Now this is the 2-piece, and for this one what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pokey tool right pointing into the centre, and all I'm going to do is roll the card, the petals, around to make a cone. And again, a little bit of Cosmic Shimmer Glue, don't need much, and I'm going to use a little tiny peg. This is one of the embellishment pegs, but it just means that I can go and do something else while the Cosmic Shimmer Glue is setting. I'll put that to one side, and then we're left with this little chappy here. That's going in the bin. I know we're not supposed to throw anything away as crafters, but you know, life's too short to deal with something as tiny as that. Okay, now we're going to assemble our flower. So this is my base piece that I did before, and I'm just going to load that up with a load of Cosmic Shimmer Glue in the centre. Nice big dollop. Then I'm going to take my, ooh, it's alive. I'm going to take my piece that's been folded into 4 pieces, and I'm just going to cut some of it off there, and then we're left with that sort of thing there. That means that I can now put it right on top of my base, and it'll sit nice and flat. If we didn't cut the bottom off, then it wouldn't sit nice and flat. Again, load up with some Cosmic Shimmer Glue in the centre. You can fiddle with the petals quite a bit when it's dry. This is where we're at. Oh, I can't pick it up. Hang on. Got it. That's where we're at the moment. That's my 3-piece. And again, I'm going to cut a bit off the bottom. They fly everywhere. All over the floor, all over the desk. If you're a tidy person, you won't want to make these. But I'm not tidy, so I like to make them. I'll pop that on there. Now you will find that where the Cosmic Shimmer Glue meets your ink, the ink will change colour slightly, but you can go over with your ink pad when it's all dry if you wish. Okay, so that's then again layered up, and 3 for 3. Now with this one, that's a funny one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and tease out the centre with my pokey tool, and put the other end in there, and then we can treat these 2 petals as actually 4 petals, because where it goes in the centre of each petal, you can just shape them and make them look like 4 smaller petals, so you end up with it looking a bit like that. Oh, can't hold it. There we go, you can see. Okay, right, again I'm going to chop the bottom off. Again, flies everywhere. I'll find them later, I expect. And I'm going to pop that down into the centre again. And so we're at this point here now. And so while the glue's wet, you can move it around as much as you like. I've got plenty of Cosmic Shimmer Glue in there, so I'm not going to add any more at this stage. If you haven't got enough, just add some more. Then with the little one, I'm just going to chop it off about halfway and pop the cone into the centre of my flower. And there we are. That's the flower complete. So obviously that's going to take a little while to dry, but you can, it will stay together enough for you to pop it on your card if you want to now. Hope you find this tutorial useful. If you make a flower, email me the pictures, show me, put a comment on my blog, and happy crafting. Bye.